Hey Dragons, welcome back to our second episode of Dragons Network. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. For this episode, we have a very special interview with our fabulous student body president, Miss Karita Ian. For those of you who went to our middle college game night, I hope you all had fun and stick around for a recap of those events. Other news, seniors, make sure you are working on your college applications and scholarships. Keep an eye out for some of that green. Also, before I forget, make sure you are working on your FAFSA stuff. I don't know what it is, but you all do. Sending positive vibes to those who auditioned for Talent Show, and especially to those auditioning October 10th. Don't be nervous. We would love to see you on stage. Trust me. Anyways, enough of me talking. Now, onto our video with the Miss Karita Ian.
Hello everyone, welcome to our first interview here on Dragons Network, and here with us today we have our student government president, Karita Ian. We're happy to have you here, and we chose to interview you because I'm sure some of our fellow students have some questions about the duties you have as president and what it takes to be MCHS president. So I hope some of your answers can help anyone out there who's watching. And let's get started. So our first question we have for you is, what are the most common tasks that you have to complete as president?
So as president, it's my job to oversee everything that needs to be done for all these school dances, socials, and other events. I have to talk to teachers about scheduling some venues. I have to schedule the date and time for all these venues, and I have to make sure that everything that needs to be done is done in time for the event. So it might not seem like a lot, but there are a lot of small details that have to be taken care of, and when all of those add up together, there's actually quite a lot to do.
Why did you choose to step up and run for the presidency?
I chose to step up and run for the presidency because I felt that it was my responsibility to. There were times that I kind of doubted my ability to run, but I always felt that I was responsible enough to, so here I am.
Were there any issues that you wanted to fix this year as president?
Not specifically. Personally, I wanted to organize more charity-based events and fundraisers, just so the school can participate in more nonprofit events. However, as of now, I'm just trying to establish some common ground, and once everything settles down, then maybe we can start those things.
Do you have any advice for any of the potential presidential candidates that will be running this year?
Yeah, just plan ahead for sure, because campaign week and everything that happens during May is incredibly hectic. So plan ahead, but also don't be afraid to show people who you really are. I think it's important that people know who they're voting for, and if people are smart, they will vote for the most qualified candidate. So just build up your reputation beforehand, and yeah, don't forget to plan ahead.
So now I'm going to ask you a couple questions about you as a student instead of being the president. So what do you like most about MCHS?
MCHS is a unique school just because it has a small student population. So when it comes down to it, MCHS is kind of like one big friend group. So.
And on the other hand, what do you dislike most about MCHS?
The small school population is great, but it can also have its cons. Sometimes it's hard to kind of take a break from everything when you see the same person every day.
So do you have any advice for the freshmen in regards to how they can become more involved in school activities?
Yeah, so I think it's very important that you start this year. If you want leadership positions, and if you don't start this year, it can be very tough to get those positions sophomore, junior, or even senior year. And also make friends with the upperclassmen. They're always happy to help, and they know a lot more when it comes to extracurriculars. So.
And the last question we have for you today, has being president changed you in any way?
It definitely has. I used to worry a lot and stress about the smallest things as a freshman, sophomore, and junior. But now that there's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, I realize that the smaller things that most teenagers stress about really aren't worth it. It's just better to direct that energy and time elsewhere.
So thank you for being on this episode of Dragons Network. I hope some people learned something new today. Thank you, and We'll see you next time.
What a lovely lady. She wasn't even trying to look that great, and she continues to amaze us. Now, on to game night. For you freshmen, I hope you all enjoyed your first middle college game night and enjoyed what tabletop games had to offer. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our second episode of Dragons Network. If you have any questions or want us to interview anybody else, please leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe for future Dragons Network episodes. Bye, Dragons!